Do you ever pause and ask yourself, how much time do I really have left once I cross 70? At that stage of life, every year feels more valuable, every moment more meaningful. But here's the truth. Your body is already sending you signals, subtle indicators, that can reveal not just how long you may live, but also how well you'll live. Some people in their 70s remain vibrant, walking with confidence, thinking clearly, and enjoying life to the fullest. Others, however, begin to slow down, facing constant fatigue, health struggles, and even isolation. The difference doesn't always lie in luck or genetics. In many cases, it comes down to a few key signs, things you can actually notice in your own daily life. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 powerful signs that doctors and researchers have found to be strong predictors of longevity. These aren't myths, and they're not guesswork. They're based on years of observation and scientific studies, on people who have lived long, healthy lives. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for in yourself, and more importantly, what steps you can take to add not just years, but quality years to your life. Stick with me until the end, because you may be missing something small that could have a big impact on your future. Let's dive in. Sign 1, your balance. Can you stand on one leg? Balance is one of those things most of us never think about until we start losing it. But did you know that the ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live? Researchers found that people who can't maintain their balance are at a much higher risk of falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. On the flip side, those who maintain good balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Imagine 2 women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always stayed active. She walks daily, practices yoga, and can easily stand on one foot for several seconds without wobbling. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to exercise. When she tries the same balance test, she immediately tips over and grabs a chair to steady herself. What Nancy doesn't realize is that her poor balance isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a red flag. Balance depends on strong legs, a responsive nervous system, and a healthy brain. If you're stumbling more often, feeling unsteady when turning quickly, or relying on walls for support, it's time to act. The best part? Balance can be improved at any age. Try standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or practicing simple Tai Chi. These small habits can greatly reduce your risk of falls and strengthen your body for the years ahead. Test yourself right now. Can you hold one foot up for 10 seconds? If not, don't panic. But don't ignore it either. The stronger your balance today, the steadier and safer your future. Sign 2, your grip strength. Here's something surprising. Your handshake may reveal more about your health than you think. Doctors have discovered that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A firm grip reflects strong muscles, good circulation, and a healthy nervous system. A weak or fading grip, however, can signal muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of early mortality. Take Robert and Walter, both 78. Robert lifts light weights, carries groceries without trouble, and has a firm, steady handshake. Walter, however, struggles to open jars, finds it harder to carry shopping bags, and his handshake has become noticeably weaker. What's happening? Robert has maintained his muscle mass and independence, while Walter's weakening grip is a warning sign of overall decline. And once you start losing muscle, the risk of falls, illness, and dependence increases rapidly. The solution? Strength training doesn't have to be extreme. Squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or carrying light dumbbells can make a big difference. Your grip isn't just about holding on to things. It's about holding on to life itself. Sign 3, your walking speed. How fast you walk can be a window into your health and longevity. Studies show that people in their 70s who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace tend to live longer than those who slow down dramatically. Why? Walking speed is directly tied to heart health, muscle strength, lung capacity, and even brain function. A slower walk often signals that something deeper is going wrong. Let's compare Joe and Frank, both 75. Joe walks daily, keeping a steady pace. He climbs stairs without hesitation and crosses streets with ease. Frank, however, has slowed down. He takes frequent breaks, struggles to keep up with others, and sometimes feels unstable. While Joe's pace shows his body is functioning well, Frank's declining speed may indicate muscle weakness, circulation problems, or early signs of neurological decline. If you notice yourself slowing down, don't dismiss it as just aging. Walking speed can be improved. Walk daily. Strengthen your legs, or even try resistance bands. Every extra step keeps your body and brain alive longer. Sign 4. Sleep quality. We often underestimate sleep, but for those over 70, it's one of the most powerful indicators of health. Sleep is when your body repairs tissues, strengthens immunity, and even cleanses your brain of toxins. Poor sleep, however, increases risks of memory decline, heart disease, and weakened immunity. Take Sam and Graham, both in their mid-70s. Sam follows a routine. He goes to bed and wakes up at the same time every day, gets 7 hours of rest, and wakes up refreshed. Graham, however, tosses and turns, wakes up often, and feels drained each morning. Over time, Sam's consistent sleep keeps his mind sharp and his body strong. Graham, on the other hand, suffers from brain fog, fluctuating blood pressure, and low energy. If you're struggling with sleep, waking up often, feeling unrest, or needing long naps, it's a signal that something's off. The good news? Sleep can be improved. Reduce screen time at night, avoid heavy meals before bed, and get morning sunlight to reset your body clock. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's about giving your body the strength to keep going. Sign 5. Appetite and eating habits. Your appetite says a lot about your health. A strong appetite and balanced diet mean your body is absorbing nutrients, keeping your muscles strong, and your immune system resilient. But a declining appetite after 70 can be a red flag. Margaret, age 74, enjoys home-cooked meals and stays energized. Susan, the same age, has lost her appetite, skips meals, and has unintentionally lost weight. Her declining hunger isn't just aging. It's a warning that her body isn't processing nutrients properly. Loss of appetite is often linked to digestive problems, hormonal changes, or even early dementia. And when you don't eat enough, your body starts breaking down muscle, leading to weakness and frailty. If you notice you're eating less, feeling full too quickly, or losing weight without trying, take it seriously. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean protein, and healthy fats. Eating isn't just about calories. It's about fueling your future. Sign 6. Stress management. How you deal with stress can determine how long you live. Chronic stress accelerates aging, weakens immunity, and increases the risk of nearly every age-related disease. John and Richard, both 76, handle stress differently. John faces challenges but manages them calmly. He practices deep breathing, keeps a social life, and focuses on what he can control. Richard, however, worries constantly, gets frustrated easily, and holds on to stress for too long. As a result, John's body stays resilient, while Richard suffers from high blood pressure, fatigue, and declining health. If you often feel tense or emotionally drained, don't ignore it. Try mindfulness, breathing exercises, light exercise, or even laughter. Managing stress isn't just good for your mind. It could add years to your life. Sign 7. Social connections. Finally, one of the most powerful predictors of longevity, your relationships. Study after study shows that people with strong social ties live longer and healthier lives. Loneliness, on the other hand, has been linked to depression, heart disease, cognitive decline, and even early death. Eleanor, 78, has a full social life. Friends, clubs, family gatherings. She laughs often and feels connected. Barbara, the same age, has withdrawn over time. She feels isolated, lonely, and her health is declining as a result. Human connection keeps the brain active and lowers stress. Even small efforts, calling a friend, joining a group, or volunteering, can improve both mood and longevity. Now that you know these 7 signs: balance, grip strength, walking speed, sleep quality, appetite, stress management, and social connection, take a moment to reflect. Where do you stand today? The good news is that almost all of these factors are within your control. Your future is not set in stone. Every choice you make today, walking more, eating better, managing stress, staying connected, has the power to add not just years, but quality years to your life. Don't wait for a doctor's warning. Take action now, because the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. Thank you for watching. Share in the comments one thing you learned today and how you'll use it in your life. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more content that inspires and informs.